Okay, guys, this is Kelly from Heels, Deals, and Wheels Mobile Home Investing Course, and today we're going to be talking about mobile home investing and Section 8. A lot of people frown upon Section 8. Why they frown upon Section 8, I really just don't understand it. When you get a Section 8 tenant, Section 8 will come 9 times out of 10 and they will come and inspect your mobile home. Now, a lot of people say, well, after the tenant leaves, then sometimes they trash your home, and nothing can be furthest from the truth. Anytime that we have had a tenant that has, I wouldn't say we've even had to this day anybody who's really trashed our home, but people who have, left our home a mess, 9 times out of 10, they are not Section 8. Okay, if a Section 8 tenant happens to trash your home, you are able to go to Section 8 and tell them, what happened. And of course, like I said before, a Section 8 comes and they inspect your property before they even allow the tenant to move in there. The main reason why they inspect the property because they want to make sure the property is up to par for the tenant. They want to make sure there's no soft spots in the floor. It's safe. They're able to open the doors, able to open the windows. That the stove, refrigerator is working. AC, whether it be a window unit or central air, that the heating is working. The hot water heater is working. If you're supplying a washer and dryer, that the washer and dryer is working, that the ceiling fans are working. Basically, they're making sure that the mobile home is safe for the tenant. Okay, so a lot of people say, why would you pick a Section 8 tenant over a regular tenant? The main reason for that is because, like I said, if a regular person were to lose their job, then guess what? Their ability to pay us is going to be slim to none. This is the main reason why we like Section 8 tenants, because during the pandemic, we did not have to worry about any payments coming in because we got our payments from Section 8. Okay, so you are looking inside of our bank account. I don't want to show tenant's name and all that good stuff, guys. So some of this stuff I would blurt out. However, you get the gist of it. We're on the deposits tab, as you can see right now. And if you look to the far right, guys, you will see the deposits. Now, if you see a small dollar amount, 9 times out of 10, that small dollar amount is either made by a tenant paying their utility bill separate from the rent. And what happens is that Section 8 deposits the money that is owed for the tenant right directly into our bank account. If they don't deposit it directly into our bank account, what happens is they mail us out a check. Now, we personally don't like checks to be mailed out to us. Sometimes it does happen because we all know that checks can get lost and it starts a lot of confusion. And then we do have some Section 8 tenants that like to pay us cash. We don't like to do that either because then sometimes there's miscommunication. Yeah, I paid you. Yeah, I didn't pay you, whatever the case may be. So we don't like cash either. We don't like checks coming in from Section 8. We like Section 8 to deposit the money directly into our bank accounts. But if that does not happen, guys, then sometimes they will mail the checks to our home, which we do not like that. And I told you before, we don't like the tenant giving us cash because sometimes there is miscommunication regarding when they paid us the cash and the dollar amount they gave us cash. And we don't like dealing with those types of individuals. We prefer them to deposit the money directly into our bank accounts. Okay, so we have as of today, we have 20 properties. About 90% of our properties house people who are on Section 8. The other 10% are regular people. When that 10%, when they decide to move out or if their lease is about to expire and we choose not to extend them, the next tenant that we try to get is a Section 8 tenant. That is our goal, to get as many Section 8 tenants as we can because we like the guaranteed money. Now, a lot of people seem to think, oh, when you have a mobile home, you should be getting less rent. That is furthest from the truth. If you have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath mobile home and you have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath single family home in the same zip code, you're going to get the same rent. Okay, if you have the same 3-bedroom, 2-bath, same amenities. You have the same 3-bedroom, 2-bath mobile home versus single family home, same amenities. You are going to get the same rent. So why would I want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars for a single family home when I can spend a couple of $1,000s on a mobile home and get the same rent? So, well, let me reiterate. As long as you have let's say you have a single family home that's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and a mobile home that's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in the same zip code, and it has the same amenities. And what do I mean by amenities? Central air, washer and dryer, things of that nature. You have the same 3-bedroom, 2-baths in the single family home as you do the mobile home. You will get the same rent. That's why I don't understand when people say, oh, I'm just going to buy a single family home. Well, if you spend $200,000 on that single family home, you're only going to get one tenant. In our situation, if we spend $20,000 for, let's just say, several mobile homes, then we have several tenants because mobile homes are a lot less expensive than single family homes. Okay, so this is why we like to attract people who are on Section 8. So we like to attract people who are on Section 8 to live in our mobile homes because we know we have never spent any more than $20,000 for any mobile home that we have ever purchased. And we know once that tenant gives us a deposit in the first month's rent, then a large fraction of that mobile home that we spent $20,000 for will be paid down by the Section 8 tenant. We do not have a high turnover of tenants leaving our mobile homes. Okay, we have had a tenant that actually moved to another state. We currently have a tenant that we actually asked her to leave because she was not keeping the property clean whatsoever. Her lease was up, but we actually asked her to leave. And then currently we have a tenant who will be leaving very soon because there is some harassment going on with one of the neighbors, a neighbor that's directly in close proximity to the mobile home her and her son live in. So other than that, guys, out of 20 properties, to have 3 people leave, to me, that is not a big deal. Our turnover is very low in the mobile home business. If you're interested in learning how to mobile home invest, please contact me at 800-974-5580, and I will show you how to mobile home invest. But before we go, let's take a look at the deposits that have come into our account from Section 8. If you see a low dollar amount, 9 times out of 10, it is because the tenant has paid us their utility bill. All right, so let's go up here to the welcome here. And if we go up to the welcome, we will see the date, September the 4th at 8:35 Pacific Standard Time. And let's look at the deposits. These are all the deposits, guys. If you look over here, housing. And if we go down, you will see a bunch of housing. Okay, housing, Section 8. We get paid through apartments.com. So if the tenant is going to pay us directly, sometimes they will pay us through apartments.com. So I'll go kind of slow so you guys can see what's going on. And I'm going to the best of my ability hide my tenants' names and hide the account numbers. Okay, and you see the dates, 8/1/2023, and today is 9/4/2023, and we're going to go on, and you see the dollar amounts. Okay, so this happens month after month after month. Of course, guys, the drawback with mobile home investing inside of a park is that you have to pay the lot rent. So some of these dollar amounts, we do have to pay lot rent. However, some of these dollar amounts do not reflect the deposit that the tenant has given us via cash, okay, as far as their rent goes. All right, and so if you look right here, case in point, 6/12/23, you will see it came from apartments.com, and it's 6/24/68. This particular dollar amount here, guys, that is from somebody who seller finance properties out from us. Now, in the beginning, when we started in the mobile home business, we had tenants who seller financed out from us, and there was actually 4 tenants. We do not like seller financing our properties out anymore, guys. What we like doing is renting our properties out, because we like to have this income coming in for a lifetime. When you sell a financial properties out, it's just like an individual buying a car from you. There's going to be a set duration amount of years where they're going to pay you, and then after that the car is going to be theirs. We do not like to sell or finance our properties out anymore, because we all know that there's going to be an end date where that tenant, or that end buyer, shall I say, is going to pay you. And we don't like that. We like this money coming in for a lifetime.